Howdy, hey everybody. Welcome back to Collector of Stuff. Monty here. Hoping everybody is having a good week. Goodness gracious, my desktop is just a mess. Just a mess. I do hope everybody's doing well, and I myself have been doing a little better. I actually had something interesting last night. I went for round one of a sleep test for sleep apnea, and my doctor recommended, with other things going on with me, that I need to get that checked out. So it's actually going to be a 2-night study, but I'm sure many of you guys have probably had one done before. But they told me the 2 nights don't have to be consecutive, so they were trying to work me in before the end of the year, because I've already met my deductible for this year. So they're trying to get my 2 nights in, and then hopefully get all the equipment in, and everything will be free. And so I had the first night last night. My second night won't be till 2 weeks from now, just the openings that they had. But anywho, yeah, I had my first night last night, and if you've not had one, it's they put you in a room. You go into a sleep study center kind of thing, and they have these bedrooms set up to kind of look like real bedrooms, or at the very least, kind of hotel room stuff. I mean, real, not hospital beds, real beds, 4-poster beds, and paintings on the walls, and all that kind of stuff. Real furniture, and then they hook you up with all kinds of wires and oxygen and all kinds of good stuff, and tell you to go to sleep and sleep normally. Yeah, but I actually did. I did a whole lot better than I thought I was going to do, and the night flew by, especially as a person who's having all kinds of sleeping troubles for the last few months. But, of course, when they woke me up at 5 o'clock in the morning, after saying good morning, the technician basically said, yeah, we're going to bring you back the second night, and you are CPAP bound. So anyways, yeah, so I'd be curious to know if any of you guys out there use one or have been tested. If you're using one, how has it changed your life? Because I'm hoping it changes mine. And I actually tried to use one about 10 years ago, and it was a disaster. It just didn't work, and I won't go through all the reasons why, but just trust me, it didn't work. But they're telling me now that there's all kinds of major advancements in CPAP machines and all that stuff to help you sleep. But all kinds of stuff been done over the last 10 years. So anyways, so that's kind of like the newest thing for me this week, is having that test done. Of course, next week is Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody's got a lot that you are thankful for, and I certainly am. Just thankful to be alive for the most part. But anyways, not sure what all I'm going to do in this video, because like always, got all kinds of stuff we can show and talk about, and a wide variety of stuff. And I normally try to keep it to one topic or one item, but this one may be one of those kind of a grab bag of stuff, different things. But the first thing, before I do anything else, I want to start off with a RAOK, a random act of kindness from one of the newer or newest YouTubers in the comic book community. I received a package this week from Dr. Silver Age, and if you have not checked out Dr. Silver Age, I know I mentioned him just recently in a recent video, But if you have not checked out Dr. Silver Age's channel, please do so, because he's a super guy, wealth of knowledge, and a huge, gigantic collection of comics and other collectibles as well. I can't wait to see all the other collectible kind of stuff. But anyway, he sent me a message, and he'd seen me talking about my collecting of back issues of Wizard magazine. And he said, man, I've got a whole bunch of them, and if you want them, you got them, as I can, find them in his big stash of stuff. So the first set that he came across, he went ahead and mailed those to me this week, and man, I'm so thrilled because I didn't have any of these to my collection. They are all new to the collection. In fact, I don't think I ever, when I was collecting Wizard originally, I don't think I had these, because I'd stopped collecting them by these issue numbers. So anyway, here is issue number 121 that he sent me. And this was not a trade. This was just a random act of kindness. Like I said, I asked him if there was something that I could do, because I really didn't have anything to offer him. And he assured me this was simply out of the goodness of his heart. This is issue number 134. Make sure I get it where you can see the covers well enough there. 152. Catwoman. There you go. Even though that movie kind of sucked, didn't it? 131. The first Captain America. 132. And issue number 130. So there you go. Dr. Silver Age, thank you very much for sending. Oh yeah, and then he included, knowing my love for Hot Wheels, he sent me a 1966 Batmobile that was included in the package as well. One can never have too many 66 Batmobiles in the collection. This is actually a 2007 issue and model, and I'm not sure I have one from that year, so very cool. And there's usually always some kind of little, with each reissue of the 66 Batmobile, there's usually something slightly different. It may be the tinting on the windshields there. Those look kind of blue, and I'm thinking in other releases they've been just clear. I may be wrong on that, but anyways, yeah, so I'm very happy. Let me share with you the nice note that he included with it there. Monty, thanks so much for the kind words and warm welcome to the community. I hope you'll enjoy these Wizards as much as I did. Can't wait for your next video. Take care, Rod, aka Dr. Silver Age. Rod, thank you very much. Very excited to get these. And again, it's Dr. Silver Age. And if you haven't checked out his channel yet, please do so. If you're into comics and collectibles, I'm sure you will not regret it at all. So, yes, please check out that channel. Speaking of Hot Wheels, I picked these up. I actually got 4 of these. Bought a lot of 4 from an eBay seller. But this is a new Hot Wheels release of Mario. And through the years, this is the cool one casting, by the way. You can see the name there. Just love, the colorfulness, the playfulness of it all. There's the artwork, as you can see. So I picked up 4 of those this week. I've always been a fan of Mario and Mario games. I have several of the cartoons in my cartoon collection. Of course, when Mario first came out, my children used to play, and I would play with them on some of those Mario games. Right now, the only one that I play with any consistency is the Mario Kart for Wii. My wife and I actually love to play Mario Kart Wii. My teenage daughter will sometimes join us on that one, but yeah, my wife and I love to play Mario Kart on the Wii system from time to time. So yeah, so I'm a big fan of Mario there. I was glad to pick that up as well. I got a huge collection of cars, new Hot Wheels and green light cars, and some Matchbox cars, etc. I've got to do a new video for those too, so I can get these put away correctly. So look for that coming out here very soon. In fact, I may try and get that filmed tonight before I go to bed and get that one out as well. But anyways, so what else do I want to show you? I got some new hardcover books, comic books. Let's see here. Oh, show you some of these that I picked up. I think all of these I picked up at my local used bookstore, at McKay's bookstore. Man, I wish you guys had something like this bookstore in your hometown, because this thing is huge. It's just a giant warehouse of used books, comics, DVDs, Blu-rays, CDs, vinyl records, novels, any kind of book, any genre or category of book they have there. And of course they have a whole section of graphic novels and trades and all that kind of stuff too. So just recently I picked up volume 1 of Nightwing, and man, I read this in 2 or 3 sittings really quickly. Kept asking myself, why haven't I been reading this? This was really cool. This is better than any Bat title I've read in the last year. Really loved volume 1, so now I got to go out and hunt the rest of these of Nightwing. That was really totally awesome. Got the hardcover of volume 1 of Lock and Key, Welcome to Lovecraft. And I gotta tell you, I've been looking forward to reading this series for quite some time, and at least a year. And I gotta admit, I was a little bit disappointed. It's not a bad book, but I guess I had been led to believe and had the anticipation that this was like a terrific horror book. And to be honest, I was kind of expecting it to be along the lines of, say, Scott Snyder's Severed or something like that, which I consider a great horror comic book. Having read volume 1, I haven't read any of the others, just this one. I found it more maybe a mystery or thriller kind of thing, more mystery than horror. I didn't find it very scary. I just found it, a good mystery book. And it was okay. I probably will pick up volume number 2 when I can, but I tended to find the ghostly elements of this a little bit non-scary, maybe. I don't know if it was intended to be that way or whatever, but there's a little bit of look at the artwork, and the artwork is fine and the storytelling is fine. It just wasn't what I expected it to be. Therefore there was a bit of disappointment, shall we say. Anyways, picked up the hardcover of Green Lantern New 52 volume 1. You can see I've still got the sticker price on there, $12 for the hardcover. Volume 1. So always excited to pick up new Green Lantern books. And then I was able to find the first 3 volumes of the Marvel New Avengers. That was Volume 1. There's the back cover. And then I was able to find Volume 2, and I think I took the sticker prices off of these. Trying to remember, I think I paid $8 a piece for these. So for 24 bucks was able to get all 3 of the first 3 volumes of this. So we'll check that out and see how good it is. And then last but not least, picked up Justice League of America, The Tornado's Path. Again, hardcover issue. Love the lineup picture there on the back as well. Haven't read this or the Avengers books yet, but got these at great prices that I could not pass them up. So very excited to add those to the collection as well. Speaking of comics, 2 books that I read this week, 2 number 1s that just stuck out to me. I thought were just super fantastic. The first one was Grant Morrison's Claus. I keep wanting to call this Klaus because in German that really, when you know anybody you've ever known with that name, it's pronounced Klaus. But I'm assuming this is Claus, not Klaus. Because it's sort of a retelling of the history of Santa Claus, and of course, being Grant Morrison, you know it's going to be a little weird, and yet exciting at the same time. And this truly is. I loved it. Artwork by Dan Mora. Let me pull this out. If you're not reading this, and I have sent comments on several people's videos this week that they need to go check this book out if they weren't reading it already. It certainly is not your typical take on Santa Claus, but just trying to find some nice artwork. You can sort of see. I love the coloring. The coloring is sort of reserved. Everything tends to have this sort of purplish, pinkish hue to it. But you know, the colors don't necessarily pop out at you. But the artwork is just absolutely beautiful. And you can see that Claus has a friend that, an animal friend that lives with him in the woods, this white wolf, who is his friend, his protector. You know, and this is a shot of them hunting in the woods for food. So I absolutely love this book. I cannot wait. And as I understand it, they're going to be, this is one of 6, and they're going to be using some different artists throughout the series. So, but this is just fantastic. Love it. Pick it up if you have not already. The other one that I read this week was number 1 was Superman American Alien. I love this cover. This is just one of the coolest covers that I've seen in a while. Back up just a little bit there so you can get, well, trying to get without the glare. There we go, a little bit. And then you see his eyes as I zoom in. Again, just thought this was one of the coolest books. This is again sort of another retelling of Clark Kent's childhood and kind of discovering his his powers as a child. So he begins by discovering that he can fly, but he does so by chance and by accident. That he actually there's the opening page there. He just sort of begins to float away and is unable to control it, and it sort of happens at spontaneous times, and he's not able to tell when or how. And so one of the first things that he's learning to do is to control his flying. There's a scene where he and some of his friends have gone to a drive-in movie, but they're all sitting in the grass, and suddenly he begins to float away right before their eyes. And so he's learning to deal with his powers, and there you go, you can see it without the glare of the bag. I love that cover, and I love this idea of this story, and just very cool. It's going to be great. Just got the last issue 4 of Red Sonja Conan. It seems like with every issue they get nectar and nectar, as we say here in the South. What was it I heard somebody, who was it? I cannot remember the writer that said, you know the difference between naked and naked. Naked means you don't have any clothes on. Naked means you don't have any clothes on and you're up to something. Well, it appears that Red Sonja and Conan seem to get nectar and nectar as each issue goes on. So those are very cool. What else did I want to show you? Let's see here. Oh yeah. I picked this up at Walmart. Yeah. So excited. I'd seen it advertised. Thought it was coming out closer to Christmas time, but I actually picked this a few weeks ago. This is the Star Trek, the original series, all 3 volumes, or all 3 seasons in one package, and $45 was the retail cost on this. And the picture on this is just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. You know, as well as the mastering or remastering of a 50-year-old TV show could possibly be. The colors are bright. The sound is amazing. They really did, I think, the best that they could possibly do with this. There's the back cover. And if you are a Trek fan, I'm one of those that's a Trek fan and a Star Wars fan. If you ask me either or, I'm going to say, you know, I can't decide. But I will say I'm an original cast, original series fan. Give me Spock and Kirk any day over any of the other casts or versions of Star Trek. You get this nice box, and then of course when you pull this out you get a nice case with all of the seasons and the discs inside. And you've got multi-discs. I think there's like 4 discs for all 3 seasons, something like that. Maybe more than that. But yes, I have been watching. I've actually been watching season 3. That's my favorite season. The episodes, I think, are the best. And I think by that time the uniform colors were great. Just always, as a kid, I was always drawn to the red, blue, and gold, different colored shirts that they wore, and I just, the colors just looked their best, I think, by season 3. So I was excited to add that. If you don't own Star Trek the complete series in any other incantation or version, pick this up, because $45 for the complete series. Man, that's just amazing, and that's for the DVDs. I don't know what the Blu-ray set runs retail, but 45 for the complete set on DVD. Man, holy cow, you cannot beat that. Yeah, okay. I think, oh yeah, I picked up this new, I've got a place I'm going to be putting this up on the wall, but I was going to show you this poster I picked up. This is for the Golden Voyage of Sinbad, and that is my favorite Sinbad movie, and it's my favorite Ray Harryhausen movie. He did so many great ones, but this one I think was the biggest one of my childhood for several different reasons. I just think it's a great story. It's a fun story. The Harryhausen's claymation effects work really well in this one, and then also it has Caroline Munro. Caroline Munro. Tom at Hippies Collectibles, I know you know who she is. Man, I had such a crush on this woman. She was the Bond girl, or was in one of, I don't know, she wasn't the Bond girl, but she was a Bond girl in, was it, I think it was Live and Let Die, wasn't it? She was the one that got blown up in the helicopter. Man, that girl was beautiful, and in this movie, she's just amazingly beautiful. And gosh, I was probably about, I don't remember what year this came out, but I'm thinking I was probably about 9 or 10 years old, I think. And I remember having the biggest crush on her. I kept wanting to see this movie over and over again just to go back and see her. Well, not just to go, but she was a big part of it. Yeah. But it's a great movie. It's a classic and one of my favorites, Golden Voyage of Sinbad. John Philip Law plays Sinbad in this particular one. I'm trying to see, does it have... I don't see the date of the movie on this one, but yeah. So I picked up the. Oh yeah, I was going to show you this other thing. I had an order come in the mail from Mile High Comics. I don't know if you guys have ever bought anything from Mile High. I just thought this was cool. They sent me a nice free little poster of their store. Included with the shipment, and yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool. There you go. I would love to have one from Midtown Comics. I think that would be cool as well. But anyway, yeah, picked that up, and that was cool. All right, now I'm going to do some more videos, I think, for you tonight. Try to get this done. I got some Hot Wheels and die-cast cars I need to get out. What else do I need to do? I need to do a DVD one, but I'm not sure I'm going to get that one out tonight. But anyway, lots of subscribers lately, so I thank you guys, all the new subscribers. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for finding the channel. Thank you for liking it. Thank you for subbing. A lot of comments. The views have been way up. Nowhere near what some of you guys out there get. I'm getting very, very close. I'm about 15 or so away from 200 subs. So keep spreading the word out there about the Collector of Stuff channel. I'm really grateful for that. But yeah, like I said, the views have been way up for the last about the last 4 or 5 videos that I've done, way more than usual. So I'm very excited about that. Getting a good fan base of all the different things that we talk about on here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, leave your comments below. Love to hear from you. Again, if you haven't subbed, please do so. Again, Dr. Silver Age, thank you for the package for the Wizards and the Batmobile. And just your friendship. That's going to be very, very cool. I can't wait to see that friendship develop more and more. And again, check him out if you have not already. All right. Okay. Well, from the great state of Tennessee, this is Collector of Stuff. Thanks for watching, and until next time, bye.